AEW Dynamite. I don't know, man. Last couple of weeks, we're looking at a show that's better than Monday night. Not by much. But I gotta give credit where credit is due, man. Not the most exciting show from top to bottom. But I'll tell you what, man, that main event scene right now in AEW may be the best that it's ever been. And they're not even at full strength yet. It's crazy. The power of MJF. You see what happens? You go with the ace, you get ace results. Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland, first time ever in the main event. Tremendous. And character advancements, which is what I like to see. MJF and Adam Page, face to face. And other than that, I mean, when you got a show with Tomohiro Ishii on it. I mean, come on, bro. Listen, you want me all positive? Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Anyway, we're going to the venue. Jesse's here. And it's time to drink. And when I get to the venue on this Wednesday night, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for February 18th, 2026. I'm your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you live from the OTS venue inside my mother's basement. Thank you guys so very much for joining us on this Wednesday evening, wherever you may be. Joined by the one and only, the man who survived his Hot Ones challenge, the Chi-Town Smog. Jesse, what's going on, brother?
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Bro, it's right here, too.
Was it that bad, man?
It was that bad.
I may have to come out there and we have to do this live on stream together, man. I'm kind of curious.
Bro, we can just send you one. And for $28, my friend, we can do it live right here on the stream together.
We could. It's something in the back pocket that we could maybe dabble in when we get bored, you know?
Dab. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
The last dab. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go. I had no idea about that.
I'll look, I will give them this much credit. I have a hot sauce where it's just pure heat and no flavor. It even tastes like metal. It's less than flavor.
Well, I mean, is there anything enjoyable about what you tasted? I mean, is there like a build up? It's like, okay, stage 1, stage 2, and then it goes to like stage 12.
But with these, they're not like that hot sauce. With these, there's a lot of flavor. I mean, the flavor is actually pretty good. It just burns for so long.
Does it?
It just hurts so bad.
What's the remedy for the hot?
So everybody says dairy and milk, and that is the cure, basically. But I have a small lactose intolerance, so that wasn't in my future. So I had to use just ice water, and it still hurts. Still hurts, man.
That might have made things worse.
It might have. It might have.
I don't know. I don't know, man. There's something about drinking dairy when you're eating chicken and stuffing your face with immensely hot sauce. I don't know.
Everybody says dairy, but I'm telling you right now, man, it's hot regardless. Oh God, I tried milk one time and it hurt my stomach even more than the hot sauce did. So no more of that.
All right, I gotta do some research on this before I torture myself. Other than that, man, how was your birthday? You do anything good? Fun?
Oh man, you know what I did for my birthday? To be honest with you, not much of anything particularly, but I did enjoy myself. You know, my family made sure that I was relaxed and got to hang out, have dinner, and had a couple of drinks here and there, but nothing crazy, nothing special. It was 49. So for number 50, I'm probably gonna go all out, man. So
Where are we going?
I'm thinking maybe a luxury cruise.
Oh, come on, man. I don't do cruises. Let's go to Miami, bro. Let's go to Miami and just kind of.
I will.
Okay. I'll meet you in Miami. Fuck the cruise.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Miami. That's where the cruise leaves from.
Well, all right. I'll meet you in Miami for the night, and then you can board the fucking cruise. I'm not getting on no cruise.
How about that? I'll leave like an extra day early. We'll spend a day in Miami and view the town.
That sounds like a plan. Anyway, we got business to take care of tonight, and it's the AEW Dynamite portion of the week.
Yes.
I tell you what, man. You know, my feelings towards pro wrestling is still very apathetic.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid to admit that. I just feel like most of what we watch is just not very entertaining. But that doesn't mean that there are other aspects I need to shit on because I hate everything in totality.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw is fucking boring. SmackDown is complete dog shit. So WWE's got a whole hell of a lot of work to do to get us ready and excited for WrestleMania. But on Wednesday night, you know, it's still not a great show from top to bottom. I can't sit here and openly glaze a show that has Tomohiro Ishii on it and a Jon Moxley match against resident jobber of the Don Callis family, number 7. But, man, the main event scene on Dynamite the last few weeks, you know, we know MJF is the world champion. He's the guy. He's the ace. He's got a lot of baby faces gunning for him. The main event scene may be the best that it's ever been in several years in AEW, and they're not even operating at full strength yet because Darby's not in there, Samoa Joe is out, Jay White is out, and then Will Ospreay is out. So they're missing some big names. But the main event scene and the competitive nature around the main event scene, which concluded tonight with the Swerve and Kenny Omega main event, which was fucking tremendous. Man, they're firing on all cylinders, and I honestly think that right now, with the current upswing in momentum as far as the main event scene, I hope they can continue it. It's been a few weeks now. We got the match made for Revolution with MJF and Adam Page, which we'll talk about that. There's some stupid fucking stipulation added to that. I don't know why, but I'll give you my take on that. But I hope that Tony Khan and whoever's involved here, man, does its best to preserve it, because right now they're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's been a slow build, a slow heat up in this main event scene. But we can start to see, you know, the specs of it, you know, sticking out when MJF came back, and they showed us how so many different people were gunning for him. And we said right then and there that the main event scene had potential to really pick up, and that was a few weeks ago, and it did. It did. And with tonight's ending, it kind of kicked it into another gear, because it looks like what we got from Swerve was probably desperately needed at the top of the card here in AEW.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. Some nice character advancement for Swerve Strickland, and he had a great match with Kenny Omega, which was obviously what everybody felt coming in. That they were going to have a great match, and they delivered a great match when it was all said and done. Biggest takeaway tonight, man. I guess you want to start with Swerve in the main event, or you want to go somewhere else?
No. We'll stay with Swerve. So at the end of the match, you know, it was a pretty good match. At the end of it, though, after Swerve won, he kind of inexplicably decided that he was done being a nice guy. It seems that maybe the words, you know, someone used on him where the most dangerous man in AEW just didn't seem very dangerous anymore.
No.
And he said, all right, well, we'll see about that bullshit. And it seems that he went against anything that he told Nana. Nana seemed surprised by this. All right. Bryan Danielson was all pissed off about it, and everybody else were all bent out of shape. Swerve plays a better heel than he does babyface. I'll admit that. He does come off as a little I don't want to say cringe, but I can't think of a different word to use, but just a little bit just prototypical babyface. Like he's just doing the things he's supposed to do because he's currently a babyface. But when he's a heel, it just feels like he means everything that he says and does.
I 100% agree. I feel like when he's a babyface, he's playing a pro wrestling stereotypical babyface, and he's not being himself. Exactly. I feel like when he's allowed to kind of gray the lines a little bit, he's definitely more like he would be in real life. And I think that's what we got tonight, and that's a great direction for him. Yeah,
because I met Swerve when there was no cameras around and it was the real Swerve, and I can tell you he's definitely a true heel in real life. Okay. Wow. Just put it that way.
Well, the last time I shook his hand, he was like, "You son of a bitch."
So it's definitely a true heel.
Yeah, I thought what they did was great in the main event. I don't think it's a full-blown heel turn. I think people are jumping the gun on this already, as I see on social media right now. I don't think it's a full-blown heel turn. Like Jesse said, I think Jesse pinpointed the one biggest takeaway for the Swerve character, and that was last week Kenny Omega basically shoved it in his face, saying that the most dangerous man in AEW didn't feel like the most dangerous man in AEW. And that really stung. So, AEW went into this week with some storyline and character continuity. Got to give them credit for that. You don't usually see that, and it's something that is usually not particularly an important aspect to the show here. So I like that. Number two, I think we would assume that winning this match, that they did their best job to write Kenny Omega off of television. Now, Kenny Omega is going to Japan. He's going to play that Street Fighter tournament the weekend of Revolution. He's not going to be at the pay-per-view. They don't need him at the pay-per-view because the pay-per-view is already sold out more than likely. That means Swerve is not going to have a spot on the pay-per-view, but that's fine. As long as they load it up and don't go overboard with 12, 13, 14 matches, I'll be fine. But they wrote him off television, and this theoretically makes Swerve, Jesse, the number one contender for the AEW Championship after we determine a winner between Adam Page and MJF. And the next pay-per-view after this is Dynasty. And I think we've both been coined in saying that Dynasty is Swerve's show because that's where he won his first world championship, at AEW Dynasty. So for them to do MJF and Swerve at Dynasty, I feel like it's basically painting a nice picture for them. Omega comes back, and then he gets the match with MJF at Double or Nothing by getting maybe his win back over Swerve or a couple of wins in advancement of that match. So I think that's where we're going as far as the trajectory of the World Championship. But I don't think it was a heel turn tonight. I just think that it was some nice character development. They played off what Kenny said last week, and it's basically a man who wants to prove everybody wrong, prove Kenny wrong, and show everybody that I just want my fucking title back. And again, they're not overcomplicating things. They're keeping it very simple and very basic. You got a bunch of top guys who all want the same thing, and they're willing to kill each other over it to get to MJF, and that's, as long as you give me some character development and some character advancement in all that nonsense, I think we're on the right path here, man. I can't really say anything negative about what they're doing right now at the top.
You seem to do this every time there's a heel turn in pro wrestling. The guy pulled the female referee in front of him to block a V-trigger. He went off and attacked Kenny Omega, put him through a table, crowd booing at him. Nana's trying to stop him. Bryan Danielson's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And through all of that, you don't see a heel turn.
Bro, I'm thinking long term, man. How are you going to have Swerve heel if he's going to be the next guy to challenge MJF, who is the top heel? It doesn't make any sense. He's a tweener. He'll come out next week and explain his actions and whose house? Swerve's house. I mean, he's a tweener, bro. Come on.
Okay. You say so, man. Every time there's a heel turn, you always do this.
I don't think it's a heel turn. You think it's a heel turn.
You think it's not?
I don't think it's a heel turn. Full-blown heel turn, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. What would he have had to have done tonight for it to be a heel turn?
Bro, all I'll say is this. If I'm in a match with Kenny Omega and the World Championship implications are hanging in the balance, I'm going to do whatever it fucking takes to win the match and beat Kenny Omega. And if it includes pulling Aubrey Edwards into the way of a V-trigger, then I'm going to do it.
Great, but the match was over when he started attacking him to a booing crowd. Tell me what you need to do to turn heel in your eyes.
Yeah, see, Kenny Omega because, like you said, Omega said something.
What do you got to do?
Omega said something last week that got under his skin, so he wanted to prove a point.
So what do you have to do for it to be a heel turn? What did he not do tonight that he should have done to make you believe it was a heel turn?
I don't think it's a heel turn, bro.
No, you didn't answer the question at all.
What does he got to do? I don't know if there's anything else he could do more than what he did tonight. I mean,
so he did everything possibly imaginable to turn heel, and you still don't think he's heel.
I don't think he's a heel, bro.
Okay. Making sure.
I don't think he's a heel. It's just a guy who wants his belt back, and he's going to do anything that he has to do to get it. And I thought what they did was great. The vertebraker through the desk was fucking brutal at the end of the show. He hung.
Uncalled for, brutal. His partner over there didn't like it. The fans didn't like it. Commentary didn't like it. He's out there not being himself. And for you, still.
Nah, it's not a heel turn, bro.
Not it. Nah.
Now he'll come out.
He slapped some baby in the front row. I mean, that's not. Nope. That's not good enough.
He'll come out. He'll come out next week and he'll get whose house and get everybody chanting.
The guy's over. What do you want me to say? Live crowd, man. That doesn't mean he's not a heel.
Well,
MJF gets cheered all the damn time. Is he not a heel either?
No, he's very much a heel. MJF was out there calling everybody morons and idiots and unintelligent. So, I mean, that's his deal.
But he'll come out and say, I'm better than you. And the crowd will all say, and you know it. So he's not a heel. Because the crowd are singing along with him. So he's not
everybody's got to have a catchy catchphrase, bro, that everybody has to chant along to.
Exactly. So the fact that the crowd's going to say Swerve's house doesn't mean shit. He still turned
What
heel
don't you understand with what I said? The most important thing I said is MJF and Swerve is happening eventually. How are you going to have two heels going at it for the World Championship?
Let me ask you this. Has AEW ever booked heel versus heel?
Yes, and most of the time it's uninteresting.
Okay. That doesn't mean they're not heels.
The match is better when it's babyface and heel.
I agree. But it doesn't mean that they're not heels.
All right. We'll see next week. If Swerve comes out and he gets booed out of the building and is absolutely 100% heel, I'll apologize.
You don't have to apologize, but it's a heel.
I'll say to everybody, all right, I was wrong. Okay, Swerve is very much a heel. I just think as of right now, he's a tweener.
He couldn't have done anything more to be any more of a dick, and you just won't call him a heel.
I just can't see it yet.
You're like, what else does he have to do?
We gotta, this is one of those instances where I hate it, but we gotta let it play out because we gotta hear why he did what he did, and we gotta hear an explanation as to why he did what he did.
Let me tell you something. If they come out next week and try to do some mental gymnastics and try to explain as to why he didn't turn heel, I'm going to call this shit stupid because look what he did tonight. The guy's clearly turning heel.
We will definitely see. Yes, we did want Andrade and MJF because Andrade was the guy that was producing the best television on the entire roster. And I would much rather see that match over Adam Page, but they went with the typical babyface versus heel dynamic at Revolution.
No, we shall see.
We will see. Swerve and Kenny Omega will talk about how all of that happened tonight. MJF and Adam Page had a face-to-face. This was the other big storyline development here. And I don't know if the people that run this place have Alzheimer's or if they have forgotten what they've done in the past. But Adam Page, Jesse, came out and said that he wants a stipulation with MJF at Revolution. And obviously, we all figured it would be Texas death before anybody said anything, but he was going to leave MJF a week to decide what he wanted to do. but he screamed Texas death. But that wasn't even the biggest point of what he said. He said if he doesn't beat MJF for the World Championship at Revolution and end this once and for all, he will never challenge for the AEW World Championship as long as he is alive. Now, the last person that said that, you and I very well know who said that last, and look at what happened to him and the creative hole that he was buried in and couldn't find his way out. And here we are doing it all over again. So I'll leave you to explain yourself first here and what you thought about it. Adam Page no longer challenging for the World Championship if he loses to MJF ever again. How do you feel about that?
So that was the first place I went to, is they're booking themselves right back into this creative corner again. And just for the record, I didn't have a point where I was like, oh, well, this could happen and it would make sense. No, it continues to just be a bad idea. So I don't know where they're going with this. I don't know if they have some kind of plan to get out of this stipulation, which is the only thing I can see. Like, they're going to put the stipulation in. Hangman's going to lose. Because at the end, look, let's make this clear. At the end of the day, Hangman is losing.
Yes.
This match. So I'm not sure if they're trying to prove a point that, hey, just because we booked you into this corner doesn't mean we can't find a way to book you out of it. But yeah, that was one of the things that Cody regretted doing, was booking himself into that corner. And I don't know why they would want to go back to doing that. I thought they were going to get ready to say that he couldn't challenge for the world title as long as MJF was champion.
Yes, that's what I thought he was going to say too.
Yeah, which is a reasonable stipulation. That's fine. He doesn't have to challenge while Max is champion. Max not going to be champion forever. But no, they went, all in, and said that he's not going to challenge for the world title anymore ever. So that just leaves future plans for Hangman just as a permanent mid-carder. So unless they come up with a stipulation where MJF himself chooses to lift this stipulation, I think that has some kind of precedence in pro wrestling, where a stipulation was put on and only the person that was the other end of the stipulation was able to lift it. As a matter of fact, I think it was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon, if I'm not mistaken, where Vince had a match with Stone Cold. Stone Cold win, that Vince was out of power and couldn't come back. But then all of a sudden, I think Shane and his crew took over and he was running roughshod. And then it was Stone Cold that put Vince back in power. So, I mean, there is some kind of wrestling precedence for a stipulation like this to be reversed. Unless they're going that route, I'm not sure what exactly their plan is for this stipulation. It is such a messed up way to pigeonhole yourself into stuff creatively when you do it like that. So I don't know what they have planned.
Well, I'll tell you what, listen, Paige is a great wrestler. I think Paige gets a lot of flack for whatever reason. He's the millennial cowboy. People don't like his beliefs. They don't like his haircut. They don't like his promo. They don't like this. They don't like that. I think at the end of the day, Paige is a very good pro wrestler. He's been one of the top guys for the last 6 or 7 years there. And like you said, this is pro wrestling. You could write yourself out of anything if you put your mind to it. So I'm not really concerned about it. They didn't do it with Cody, so I'm not really giving them the benefit of the doubt to do it here with Hangman. I don't know why they went and made the same mistake that ruined Cody Rhodes and his AEW run from the moment he said it until the point in which he left the company. So right. What I feel they're going to do here is, and this is just me spitballing, is thinking off the top of my head, Paige is going to lose. He's not beating MJF. MJF is not going 0-3 against the Cowboy. And MJF is certainly not losing the World Championship so soon in this run. He's got all summer to go. And I'm sticking with my guns here. I think it's going to be Ospreay winning the Owen and being back for the Owen, winning the Owen, and challenging MJF at Wembley at All In. I think that's what's going to be his crowning moment here in the company. I think at that point, in between that time, Paige loses. Swerve gets the next match. He loses. Bro, I genuinely think that we may be looking at a Paige and Swerve heel team. They come together and they both go heel. Swerve is eventually going to go heel. So you are correct, or at least in the right direction. I don't think it's there yet. I think we're seeing the beginning stages of it. This is why I said I don't really believe that he's heel. I think Swerve is eventually going to go full-blown heel. I think Paige is going to end up joining him. And I think whatever that they had when they were feuding, they're going to come together and they're going to be basically, they're basically going to be double of whatever they were when they were feuding over the burned house and the whole World Championship title picture then. I think they're going to be heel. I think eventually we're going to get them versus the Bucks for the tag team championships, which I believe could be a possibility at All In. I don't know where Copeland and Christian are. That would be my first guess. But if not, Swerve and Hangman, I do believe, are on a quest after this to be tag team champions. And I think at that point, Ospreay wins the World Championship from MJF. And then you're looking at Ospreay as a babyface champion. He's going to need heels to work with. And like you said, Swerve operates better as a heel. Swerve versus a babyface Ospreay. I think that would be tremendous. Their first match was fucking incredible. Hangman, you want to ride him out of that title situation? You could very well do that. We could get a heel Hangman versus a babyface Ospreay. That's another one. You know, hopefully by that time, Jay White's back. So I feel like we're going to get Swerve and Hangman eventually on the same page as a heel duo, and I feel like that's the direction they're going to go. I don't know. I could very well see it, because I did say last year I felt like that was going to be the match going into All In last year, and I feel like Tony now is setting that up for All In this year. I could be wrong, but that's my gut feeling.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm pretty sure Hangman and Swerve have fight forever vibes. And now that Swerve is heel again, now we just get to revisit that when it finally does come full circle. I can also see, because Swerve mentioned Kenny Omega being an EVP, and then he put Kenny out. I can see Kenny coming back down the road and somehow using his EVP powers to lift Hangman's stipulation on not challenging for the world title, just to spite Swerve because of what he did to him. That could be another avenue that they use to get that stipulation lifted from Hangman.
I like that.
So that could come into play. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think Swerve and Hangman will get together like that. People just like seeing them beat the shit out of each other.
Well, I mean, you said it yourself. They have fight forever vibes. How do you fight forever unless you join forces at this point, only to then break up again and continue fighting forever? You can't fight forever every single month, every single week, every single year. At some point, there's got to be some story development where potentially it brings them together, only for them to break up again. That's the whole beauty of pro wrestling.
Well, if they were both still babyface, yeah, you got to get them together to break them up. But right now, the dynamic is exactly where you need it. One's heel, one's babyface. So there's no need to put them together to break them up to ignite a feud. Swerve's already being a dick. He can already, soon as Hangman is done with MJF, you can easily slide him right into Swerve at that point. Maybe Swerve will be the reason that Hangman loses.
I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know why we go right back there. I mean, if there's nothing on the line, who gives a fuck if Swerve is wrestling Adam Page, if Adam Page is going to be completely out of the title picture? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
That's true too. It does need to be something on the line.
See, that's already that stupid stipulation is rearing its ugly head. What value does Adam Page have now if he loses to MJF? He's not a world championship caliber contender anymore. He can't challenge for it.
It's not even worth anybody wasting their time for. You know, people are saying that, he should focus on the trios titles. Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody should be focusing on the trios titles. Nobody. The trios titles should be burned along with the women's tag team titles and the WWE Women's United States title and the Speed title and the international title and the national title. Burn them.
No, they can go. They serve no purpose. They're only dragging down the tag division.
No.
And I also don't think it's a good idea to put the tag titles back on main eventers. I mean, because look, they're ignoring so many of their tag teams in the tag division as it is already. I feel like if you put the tag titles back on another main event team, then you're doing even more of that. Those titles should be best. They should be best used elevating tag teams that are not being used correctly, rather than putting them on people who are already getting spotlight and shine in the main event scene.
All right, sure.
Doesn't mean they're not going to do it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's the right call. I know it happened before, but they needed it at the time, and the tag division was not that strong. Right now, it's fine. They just have to put the effort into it creatively, and the tag title could be more.
Well, maybe they got some more main event talent ready to come back, and with this stipulation, it removes Paige. So Swerve, I would assume, is not going to beat MJF either. So instead of keeping them in the world title picture, make them into a tag team. The makeshift tag team thing, you know, if you want to pair two guys up in a makeshift tag team for a temporary alliance, just look at what Brodito did. I mean, the tag team division was as hot as it was in year two with them as tag team champions. Maybe they want to try and recreate that. Maybe with the removal of Swerve and Paige from the main event scene, maybe a Jay White comes back. Maybe Will Ospreay comes back. Maybe we slide Darby in there. Maybe somebody else that we're not thinking of. Joe will be back. Slides back into the world title picture. I don't know, but you know, I'm thinking long term, man. I always like thinking long term. Swerve, Paige versus the Bucks. I could see them winning the tag team championships eventually as a heel duo. Man, I'm thinking Swerve and Paige versus Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin when they get back. Hurt Syndicate versus Swerve and Adam Page for the tag team championships. I'm just thinking out loud. You know, they got a lot of talent, and a lot of talent. With that number of talent that you have, you're going to need to reshuffle names in and out of certain situations in certain divisions. You can't keep them in one division for, you know, X amount of time. It does get boring. And MJF is going to be one of those guys that runs through these baby faces, and then we're going to be left asking who's next. So I feel like moving guys like Swerve and Paige into another division like the tag team division is a harmless move. And I feel like not only is it benefiting to them, it's benefiting for the tag team division, and it's something that could get that division back on track and really kind of get that division to where it was when Brodito had the tag team championships last year. So, again, I'm just spitballing. This is nothing concrete. This is what makes what we do very fun. We're just thinking out loud. And this is what happens when you get good television. You know, it's you have fun booking it. You have fun theorizing things and being, you know, an analyst. So I like it. And the main event scene right now is firing on all cylinders for AEW. So good on them. Other than that, I wasn't really overly excited about this show. We got Jon Moxley and Mark Davis, another Continental Championship Eliminator match. We're still doing these. Willow defended the TBS Women's Championship in a fatal four-way against Marina Shafir, Mina Shirakawa, and Megan Bayne. And we got Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors against Tomohiro Ishii and Orange Cassidy. And then we got Ricochet and the Trios Championships. They're looking at the Trios Championships on Jet Speed and Hangman. So they want some more championship gold for themselves. So, again, other than the MJF and Adam Page thing and the main event, I mean, it was the thumbs-up show just based off those two segments, but it is, it's not really exciting elsewhere. Just there. So, Revolution's coming together. We got a few matches announced tonight. We'll go over all that. And we thank you guys for joining us here on this Wednesday night. And I got to shout him out because he dropped a bomb. We got a Billy Bomb in the chat. $100 super chat. What's up, my OTS family? It's my 49th birthday today. And this is the place to be. Hope everyone has a great night. One more thing, don't forget to use dude wipes, something WWE needs for creative. Billy. Yes, WWE sponsored by Dude Wipes right now. Multi-year agreement with Dude Wipes. Billy, thank you so very much, brother. We appreciate you being here. And thank you for your generosity on this Wednesday night here on the AEW Dynamite post show with the Chi-Town Smark. Follow us on social media at JD from NY206, at Chi-Town Smark on X. Go follow Jesse on YouTube, same at Chi-Town Smark. Hit that thumbs up down below. Strive for 750 likes tonight on the AEW Dynamite post show. Right now, we're looking at 430. Super chats are open. Get them on in. It's the best way to support what we do here on Wednesday night. Outside the Hot Ones Challenge, Jesse, what's going on with the YouTube channel?
Same. I'm working on a couple of collabs coming up. Don't want to reveal everything just yet, but who knows what is in our destiny to come.
I know who you're talking about there. I just don't know in what way it involves that individual.
We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Interesting.
But go check out my Raw review or my Raw watch along for the Hot Ones Challenge. My editor is working on extracting the Hot Ones stuff and putting it into one video and posting that. So hopefully that will be done soon.
There you go. Go check out the content on this channel. Today we uploaded a very good video. We talked about Chris Jericho and his contract with AEW frozen for the time being. So Tony Khan acting like Mr. Freeze once again. And who knows how long Jericho had time added to his contract. We could be looking at a 6-month time period because he went away in April of 2025. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It may be about 6 to 8 months. Oh. So we don't know, man. This mystery crate on Monday Night Raw revealed itself, and a lot of people thought it would be Chris Jericho because he debuted with WWE in 1999 in Chicago. 2026 Elimination Chamber is in Chicago. So now the narrative, Jesse, went from Jericho, and a lot of people are thinking that it's the debut of Danhausen.
No. Yeah. They signed Danhausen?
Bro, he is very, very good friends with Phil.
Oh.
And The Rock is very, very big on Danhausen. Big fan.
He'll sell some merch, but his
Yes, he'll sell merch and teeth. Yes.
That's about it. Everything in the ring and on screen with him is just so cringe, man.
Can you imagine, man, the biggest thing on the road to WrestleMania is Danhausen coming out of a fucking crate?
I'm not gonna lie, I was low-key a little bit happy that he was not on AEW TV anymore, but now he's gonna pop up in WWE.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll use him differently. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I did see, if they're gonna use him differently, then I don't understand the value in signing him, because his gimmick is everything to the hardcore fans that love him.
Very good, very evil, bro.
Yeah. I've seen him wrestle, and I don't get it.
Nah, not for me.
I don't get it.
Not for me. Also, Jesse, listen, man. I've been told. I keep hearing from people, man. Something big is happening on February 20th, this Friday. Do you know what people are talking about, bro? I'm very confused here.
I wish I knew, man. I wish I was in the know.
Somebody's telling me February 20th. I'm not going to be live here on Friday night for the SmackDown post, but someone's telling me something big is happening on February 20th. I don't know what it is, though. Nobody wants to tell me.
Man, I guess we got to wait around and find out.
I guess we do, right?
I guess so. It's the only way we're going to figure it out, right?
I don't know, man. You make your own assumptions over there, chat. So that's that. This coming Friday, I'm not going to be live for the SmackDown post. Also,
man.
What happened? Oh.
That's a man. I might have to fly out somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe. And tonight we're sponsored by Blue Chew. Blue Chew Gold. Make sure you guys use that promo code JD for 10% off Blue Chew Gold.
Whoa.
Tonight's sponsor for the podcast.
What does gold do?
Oh, it's longer lasting, bro. It's the gold standard, man. It's the Hurt Syndicate. It's the Shelton Benjamin of ED pills, bro.
Long lasting. Oh.
Yeah, long. Yeah.
Interesting.
So thank you to Blue Chew for sponsoring the show tonight right here on Off the Script.
What is this code you speak of, by the way?
Code JD at checkout for 10% off Blue Chew Gold.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Let's get into this Dynamite post show. We start at the top here with... Who started the show here? Moxley? Moxley always starts the show, bro. And then Moxley is the new Orange Cassidy.
The new OC, man. There we go.
Yeah. AEW's been doing these things in the beginning of the show. Normally, this was reserved for Collision. And AEW's now doing them on Dynamite. I don't know why. I don't like it on Dynamite. I would prefer it to be kind of original for Saturday night, because that's what they did on Saturday night. But we got these little pre-show vignettes and promos from everybody on the show. Mina was up talking about how it's Mina's time to grow, as everyone wants her, but she wants the TBS title. Brother, does everybody want Mina? Is that a factual statement?
I think so. I think everybody wants Mina, man.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
Do you not want Mina?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. Okay.
There you go.
Willow is next, and she talks about not having to be pinned to lose her title tonight in this fatal four-way. She realizes that comes with the territory. She can kick ass in Australia with Harley and fly to Sacramento to defend her title. Megan Bain then spoke, and I wish she hadn't. And then we cut to Swerve, who said he needs this, as Kenny Omega said Strickland got in the way of what he wanted the most. So until he's no longer in his way, he'll wish him goodbye and good night. Renee then caught up with Orange Cassidy earlier in the day and asked about Roderick Strong walking out on him last week. I thought he would join the Death Riders. That may actually still be the case. We don't know yet. And he said, thankfully, with the conglomeration, there are a lot of them. And who's going to be his tag team partner tonight? Tomohiro Ishii.
Why would Strong leave one babyface team to join another one?
Well, you see, they're not completely heel, bro.
Yeah,
they're not completely babyface. Only Moxley is. The rest of them are heels.
I don't. They're feuding with the goddamn biggest heels in the company.
All right, Shaq, calm down. Everybody wants Mina, okay? I get it.
Everybody wants Mina.
Put it away. Throw some cold water on yourselves and take it easy, okay? Maybe we could get Mina for Billy's birthday. How about that, Billy? Is that a good birthday gift?
There we go.
Mina may not like us either. I don't know.
There's a Billy bomb for you to have right there, bro.
John Moxley. He went one-on-one with Mark Davis. This was a Continental title eliminator. Now, genuinely, does anybody think that Mark Davis has a chance against John Moxley? Now, I know he's a big guy. He's a brute. He's a bruiser. But based on the win-loss record here, Jesse, does anybody think Mark Davis is going to factor into a Continental Championship match with John Moxley at a future date?
I would say no.
No. So, Moxley went the time limit with Konosuke Takeshita at AEW Grand Slam, which was a very good show. They did a big number on Saturday night. They'll probably be back to 350,000 on Saturday, this coming Saturday. Jesse asked if you guys wanted to see a Collision Corner, but I told him no. It was actually a good show, so no Collision Corner this week.
Sorry, I tried.
We tried. We thought better of it. But next week looks very Collision Corner worthy, I would say.
Possibly.
You're going to have to get to work, bro.
Mr. David Rice will be at this upcoming Collision.
Oh, really?
He will be there.
Well, maybe he could DM you some firsthand experience live in the venue.
There you go. I put a poll up wondering if he was actually going to enjoy an AEW show. And the poll said no, he wasn't. It said no matter what happens, it doesn't matter what happens, he's not going to enjoy the show.
That's it's par for the course with this community, man.
It don't matter what happens. I don't care if Jimmy Snuka comes back, he will not enjoy the show. Not happening.
Listen, John Moxley's the Continental Champion, and Mark Davis doesn't stand a chance here because all roads lead to Takeshita. And we all knew that after the time limit draw at Grand Slam, that it would probably be a rematch at Revolution. John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita, and they did announce the match, thankfully, after this match was over. But all roads do eventually lead back to Takeshita and John Moxley. The match is official for Revolution. No time limit, which really kind of scares the shit out of me because they went 20 minutes. And I would not be shocked, Jesse, if Tony Khan gives John Moxley and Konosuke Takeshita 45 minutes on pay-per-view. I
don't understand it. Like, you're just telling the fans that this match can go all night. Like, I mean, just put it like a 1 hour time limit or whatever. But I mean, come on, man. What are we doing here?
It's not looking good, man. The show's taking place on a Sunday, and we got no time limit for this match. And I'm afraid he's going to end up booking like 13 matches on the main card, which, if this match goes longer than 25 minutes, bro, we may be looking at a 2 a.m. start for the stream on Sunday.
Come on, man. On a Sunday night. What? Why are they doing this, man?
I don't know. I wish that they would move the show up by an hour, but to 7 o'clock, you know?
What's going on that Saturday? 14th.
I don't know. Might be a UFC deal. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Tony did once say that he would maybe contemplate moving the time up on a Sunday if the show can happen on a Saturday. He's more prone to keep it at 8 and go till 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night going into Sunday. But Sunday going into Monday morning, bro, when people got to be up for work, that's fucking tough.
Yeah, man. I don't want to fucking be up all goddamn night on a Sunday night.
So anyway, Mark Davis, I feel bad for Davis. I said this same thing last week. He's without Jake Doyle now, so he's kind of lost until Doyle gets back. That was a nice bruiser tag team that they had there. And now Davis is kind of floating around in the middle of nothing, but he's gotten some TV time, and it looks like he's not going to be an afterthought completely. But Moxley, this was pretty academic here. They went, I would say, close to 15 minutes here. I understand that because Mark Davis is not a small guy, so at least he's got a legitimate size on John Moxley to make it somewhat believable. There was a spot here where, Chaz, you gonna say something?
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why are we not seeing Shelton Benjamin and MVP on TV?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm just trying to figure out. They've been completely MIA. Why are they here?
Shelton Benjamin would factor great into that national title situation that they are currently doing nothing with,
Right. But since Bobby Lashley is not here, they seem to have been an afterthought since he's gone, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Again, there's some sort of deficiency in AEW where if one guy goes down, the rest of them gets kind of forgotten.
Well, why are we getting Mark Davis with no Jake something?
I don't know. Why is Mark Davis good for television and Shelton Benjamin is not? That's a good question.
Bingo.
I don't know.
Can't figure this one out.
Maybe the sickos have the answer. You being that they know everything, right? And we're oh so negative here on this show.
I guess so.
How many of them are actually watching this show and hear us praise the first 20 minutes of this podcast tonight?
Nah, they won't see that. So
it doesn't fit their narrative. No, I'm sorry.
Nah, that doesn't work that way. Well, I mean, what does Mark Davis bring to the table that Shelton Benjamin doesn't bring?
Shelton Benjamin's not in the Don Callis family.
I pitched like just a wild idea out of the blue. What if, because they keep telling us that he's the future, what if Kevin Knight hooked up with MVP, had a handshake deal, and decided to say screw you to Mike Bailey, jump into the Hurt Syndicate with these guys while Lashley is out. Lashley returns and he says, the fuck is this guy doing here? Like, oh, he was filling in while you were gone. Like, no. Get his ass out. So they proceed to kick his ass out. And then he has to go crawling back to his tag team partner. And the crowd is sympathetic because he got kicked out of the Hurt Syndicate. And that could elevate his stock.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and you're using your brain cells to maybe use creative to get another guy on the roster over and maybe get him some star power. But you see, Jesse, if that happens and they split up Jet Speed, then Speedball Mike Bailey can't go on television every week and team with Adam Page and yell horsecock because they're a trio named Horsecock, you see.
drop those titles immediately. They don't need those fucking titles.
Yes.
They could use them fine, but not with Hangman. I don't know why he's with them, to be honest with you. And that felt like a nice one-off, but somehow they're still, but they don't even come out together or hang out together.
Bro, it was a random deal that was legitimately booked the moment Page said it and the words left his mouth, because they did not know. I'm firmly in belief that they did not know Will Hobbs was leaving the company until that day.
No, they were really pissed off.
He fooled everybody, man. Ha! Hey, you know what, guys? I'm showing up to work tonight. That's my last night. I'll see you later.
You got a Hook out there being the leader of a faction, but he's the only one in it.
I said, bro, I yelled out loud when Hook was on the television, and we saw Hook claiming he's the leader of the ops. I'm like, well, that group is fucking dead. Samoa Joe is probably laying up at home, fucking recuperating from his injuries and his concussion protocol, and he's probably on the phone with Paul Levesque. Hey, yo, Paul, you guys need another Joe in the E. I'm ready to come back, man. You can even put me on NXT. Let's do it.
Nope. They already have a Samoan named Joe. Sorry.
Anyway, there was a spot in this match where Davis went to go clock Moxley with a big right hand, and he punched the steel post, and he started bleeding. Now, I don't know what happened here. Bryan Danielson on commentary said that Mark Davis looks to have a broken hand. I hope to God not. And he can join Jake Doyle at home in the recuperation process. So I don't know what happened there, but his hand was obviously a issue here. It was compromised in the match, started bleeding. So that was the big spot of the match. Decent stuff here. Moxley submitted Davis with a bulldog choke. So we got an enziguri miss by Mark Davis. Moxley followed up with the curb stomp. Both guys were doubled down. They get up. They collide with clothesline attempts. Neither of them go anywhere. A third clothesline. Moxley falls, but he floated over a pile driver and sank in a bulldog choke, and it was applied very sternly, and Mark Davis tapped out. So Mark Davis taps out to Jon Moxley, and that was basically it. Goodbye, Mark Davis. So the match is made with Takeshita. That's happening at Revolution. That's one of 3 matches right now for the pay-per-view. MJF and Adam Page was made official at Grand Slam on Saturday. Jon Moxley versus Takeshita for the Continental title. And FTR will defend the tag team titles against the Young Bucks, who won Tag Team of the Year, Jesse. Dave Meltzer anointed them Tag Team of the Year. Do you agree with that? No. Over Brodito, bro.
I was never a Brodito fan. But
I know, but you got to admit, when they were the champions, the division was fucking scorching hot.
I'll admit that they were more interesting than the Young Bucks there.
Yes. But you did like the Broke Bucks gimmick, though. That's why they probably won.
Yeah, but that wasn't a year's worth of material to win Tag Team of the Year.
No.
I mean, it really wasn't. And I'm just being objective here, man. I did enjoy the Broke Bucks thing, but I don't know why they're Tag Team of the Year, though.
Well, the Observer Ritos are mostly sickos, so those are the people that subscribe to the newsletter.
I don't understand why people give Dave Meltzer so much fucking power. If I put a list out tomorrow listing everything that I think was the best of whatever, nobody would give a single fuck. So why do you care what Dave Meltzer says?
Bro,
everybody that talks about this guy says he's a hack. He doesn't know shit. He's a shill. He's just full of himself. Everybody talks shit about him. But whenever he says anything, everybody clamors to it. Why do they pay him so much fucking attention?
Bro, Bully Ray fucking buried him today on Busted Open.
But they'll still care what he said.
I gotta find it. I know I bookmarked it on my ex. I have to read this to you guys because this was great stuff. So,
and first off, this is not. I'm sorry, and this is not a knock on Dave at all. It's really not. I know everybody loves to fucking jump on his case for every little fucking thing. It's not a knock on Dave. If he says something and people care, great. If they don't, it's not a knock on him. What I'm saying though is like, if you hate him so much, why do you give a shit what he has to say? If he's a nobody, if he's a shill, if he's on payroll, if he's this, if he's that, then why does he have the ability to put a list out and everybody is the talk of the goddamn community? Why?
I don't know. He does have a lot of power. And Bully Ray on Busted Open said this in regards to Dave Meltzer. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. And this is, by the way, for context, guys, he's defending Booker T, who won Worst Announcer of the Year for the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I came out with my Bully Ray End of the Year Awards, and guess who won for most poisonous, cancerous, bottom-feeding piece of shit who's never taken a bump in his life? Guess who won that award? The same guy who gave the award of Worst Announcer to Booker T. So he was on Busted Open with Dave LaGreca, and they both agreed that Booker T does a good job in his role as color commentator, and they also took umbrage at the very idea of any award, arguing that the Observer shouldn't give out awards for the worst of anything. So Bully Ray went on to say this in a tirade against Meltzer. You know who's the worst? Dave Meltzer. He's the worst. He's the worst at everything in pro wrestling. You're the worst, Dave. The worst. You poison the business. You're no good. Delete your account. Delete your newsletter. You're the worst, Dave. How's that? Everything that he does is ridiculous. And lately, the old fucker has been botching his news, his reports, his backstage news, his stooge reports. Get a life. Get out of the wrestling business, and whatever you milked from it, you cancer. End quote.
I don't agree with that at all. I don't. I think Bully Ray's a piece of shit. I mean, look, man. If the guy's making his bag by saying a bunch of shit that nobody agrees with and he's still making money, I salute. So be it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that people who don't agree with shit that Bully Ray has to say, I don't think that they should say he needs to cancel himself.
Oh, the sickos hate Bully Ray.
You know what I'm saying? People don't agree with what you have to say. I don't think it's right for them saying you should be canceled and shut everything down. So I don't agree with what Bully Ray has to say either. He's a fucking, he's completely being a hypocrite in this particular moment. Like, if you're talking about Meltzer, then you are part of the fucking problem with him. Like, just ignore him. If he's that much of a problem, just ignore what he has to say and let the people who actually care, let them follow. But when they start to realize that nobody else is following him, then maybe, just maybe, he won't have as much power that he has. But cancel him and everything like that, let the man earn. What the fuck is, I mean, why are you so mad about what he has to say? Why? Because he don't like you or your friends? Get the fuck out of here. I mean, it's an old man writing shit and people are giving it like power like he's the president of wrestling.
He does
not.
He does have a lot of power. A lot of people still take what he says, and there's a lot of weight behind what he says. But I will say, I don't agree with anybody being canceled over their wrestling opinion. That I don't agree with. But I do think at the end of the day, Jesse, Dave Meltzer is the one. He's the one guy at the top of the food chain that pushes the tribalism to the umpteenth degree. He pushes it hard. And he's on the AEW payroll. We all know this. He works for Tony Khan. We all know this. And the Observer Awards are basically the AEW Awards, mostly. Yeah. And a lot of what comes off that show is very pro AEW and a lot of negative WWE. Like, I get it. But Meltzer does himself no favors because he blatantly makes his interests known. And I think if he just came out and said, hey, I'm working with Tony on AEW, I think everybody would be a lot better off for it.
It doesn't matter. I mean, Meltzer has all the power that the fans give him. That's it. If people will stop giving him so much power, then he just will cease to have it. It's just as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the man think what he wants to think and post what he wants to post. It doesn't mean that you have to give a shit. I have to give a shit. It doesn't mean that the 1,600 people in this chat have to give a shit. But he's still allowed to post his thoughts and opinions the same way I am, you are. But you guys make it so that if he says something, it's supposed to be law. It's not. All it is his opinion. And plus, aren't these awards voted on by his subscribers?
Yes, all of them are, yeah.
So it's not even his opinion.
Yeah, but he sways the opinion. The people who subscribe to him listen to him. And then when he speaks, their opinion is swayed. Like, honestly, who here is subscribed to The Observer? Does anybody subscribe to The Observer to listen to what these guys have to say?
I am not. If you are subscribed to the Wrestling Observer in this chat, let us know. Aren't you subscribed to the Wrestling Observer?
I'm not subscribed to Wrestling Observer. No.
Oh, okay. I am not. I mean,
why would you need? Everybody aggregates his shit the moment he opens his fucking mouth. I get it from Wrestle Talk. I get it from Cultaholic. I get it from fucking all these other just nobody accounts all over the place. Why do I need to?
I don't think people are really realizing what they're doing. Everyone is making what Meltzer says way more important than it is, because it's not important. First off, his fan base is voting on this shit. And second off, you guys run with it like it's like it's true, like it's law. Whether you believe it or don't believe it, like it or don't like it, you still take it and run with it and give it power, as opposed to just ignoring the guy.
Yeah, I understand. A lot of people say that. Well, just ignore them and they'll go away. No, it's not. It doesn't work that way.
Yes, it does, bro. That's bullshit. If enough people ignore him, he will go away. It won't happen if I just ignore him or just if you ignore him. But I promise you, if the tens of thousands of wrestling fans that exist, none of them gave a shit about what he said, I promise you he would just go away. Even if he doesn't physically go away, what he says will go away because nobody will be spreading it across the community. SAP won't be reporting on it. Cultaholic won't be reporting on it. Neither will you, because nobody cares. Bro, he can still be there and post what he wants to post, but if nobody gives a shit, then it won't go around the community.
Bro, he's a dinosaur. He's a 40-year reputation that's never going to go away. No matter how much you ignore him, he's just never going to go away. He's been doing this forever. He's been doing this as long as we've been alive. So, I look at Dave, and I think the only way that he would truly disappear, and I don't want this to happen, so please don't mix up my words. God forbid, if AEW closes down, Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer are finished. That's what's going to end them. Because
he was here for 40 years.
Bro,
how long has AEW been here?
Bro, WWE gives him absolutely no shine whatsoever. They wouldn't piss on the Observer if it was on fire.
How long has AEW been here?
7 years.
So for the other 33, he's been thriving somehow.
Who gives him the most attention? Who are most of the subscribers and listeners of the Wrestling Observer? AEW. Sickos.
What were they before 7 years ago?
Well, this is when Vince McMahon and WWE were in charge, and they were the only game in town. Now we got Fightful and Cultaholic, and we got this one, and we got that one. Dave Meltzer's not the leader of the fucking journalism anymore.
No.
Sap is.
He shouldn't be. But every time he says anything, it becomes a report and headlines for so many different podcasts. It becomes materials, content.
For some,
he says anything.
For some of us use it as way to like, hey man, this is not fucking right, and then we just kind of spawn our own opinions on it. We don't use it as news.
Content. That's content.
Okay.
That's content.
I would rather make money off of his stupidity than not make money off of his stupidity.
Yeah, whether you agree with it and promote it or don't agree with it and bash it, he's still creating content just by uttering an opinion.
Well, that's what Bully Ray said about Dave Meltzer. Apparently, the one thing that got under everybody's skin was Booker T was voted worst announcer in all of pro wrestling. My question is, why wasn't Corey Graves on the list of best announcer, or Joe Tessitore higher up on best announcer? Why was Tony Schiavone not named worst announcer? He's fucking terrible. Every single week, he's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Because people listen to Meltzer.
You know what's terrible? FTR challenging the Young Bucks again with the tag team titles on the line. That's what's terrible.
We knew it.
They only exist for what reason, Jesse, FTR?
To feud with the Bucks.
Man, ever since CM Punk left the company, man, the trajectory of FTR has gone down fucking hill every year, man. It needs to be studied, honestly. It's unbelievable.
Well, they're doing something, right? They're tag champs.
Yes, and the division is as cold as it was 2 years ago.
It's really bad. I mean, think all the divisions are kind of cool, but the main event scene though, right?
The main event scene is fucking great right now. And, you know, I'll give AEW this credit. The tag team division's ice cold right now, but it's much better than the WWE tag team division. That division is fucking terrible. Both divisions.
David Rice says that SmackDown is on fire right now.
David Rice says SmackDown is on fire. What fucking show is he watching?
I don't know, man, but I'm not in a position to argue with him because I physically do not watch SmackDown at all.
Did he accidentally turn on a SmackDown from 1999?
I don't know, man. I wanted to argue with my chat, started arguing with him, but me, I don't watch it, so I don't know. Like, is it? That's not what I'm hearing from the rest of the community. Dave, he goes, "Oh no, it's hot right now."
No. Carmelo Hayes is one of the bright spots there, and then obviously you got Cody, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre. But outside that, thumbs down for 3 hours every Friday. I'm not going to be live this Friday. Again, I don't know. Where am I going to be, chat? Am I going to be anywhere?
At home?
I might be at home. I don't know.
At home, gooning to Tony Storm or something?
Maybe. You know who I might be gooning to on Friday night, bro? Thunder Rosa.
Ooh, that's a pretty decent goon there.
I know.
Anyway, look at that. She showed up tonight too.
She did. We love Thunder Rosa. FTR, Stokely, they're out there. They got chance of shut the fuck up. I mean, I really wish they did.
It's not the best chant to get.
No. This is not like an NXT Black and Gold Tommaso Ciampa shut the fuck up. This is just legitimately just go away. We don't like you.
Yeah.
So Dax brought up how the Young Bucks called themselves the best tag team in the world 10 years ago, but cut to today, they're sitting comfortably in second place. Stokely, he then said, truth be told, it pisses him off that last week on Dynamite, the Young Bucks shook hands with the Rascals and Private Party. Rascals, by the way, who were not on the show. You know who was also absent from the show this week? Tommaso Ciampa.
Yes. He must be busy shining up Sylvie. Oh, wait, he lost that.
Yeah, he lost that. He may or may not be in catering on Saturday night, bro. We don't know yet.
Okay, there we go. Already.
Rascals, Private Party, which is interesting, is the Bucks tried to run Private Party out of the company a year ago, but now they're all good? That fakeness is what Stokely hates about professional wrestling. Who is at the top of FTR's hate list? Matt and Nick Jackson. Under them, their parents, followed by their delinquent kids who run around backstage.
Jesus Christ.
I think he may or may not call them mini terrorists. Stokely's excellent.
So good, man. He's so good.
The Bucks appear behind them, dressed out in all full wrestling gear. Super kicks to Dax and Cash, leaving Stokely alone. He spun around in his wheelchair. He backtracked like crazy. Crowd chanted for another super kick. They got their wish as Stokely got clocked out of his wheelchair with a super kick. Double super kick. Bucks hold up the tag team titles, officially challenge FTR for the titles at Revolution in Los Angeles. Gee, I wonder who's winning that match. Wink, wink.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah.
So on your feed for the show tonight, when Stokely was sitting in the chair, was he sitting in the chair and then like a little blip or glitch happened and then he was out of the chair all of a sudden?
Yes.
Happened for you too?
Yes.
Okay, it wasn't just me then. I thought it was my stream. It happened for everybody. Everybody in my chat said the same thing. We never saw the Bucks kick him. He was just in the chair, then not.
Yeah, I didn't see the actual kick hit.
Okay.
But we're assuming he got kicked, so.
Must have been.
So, yeah, that's happening at Revolution. Bucks are probably going to win the tag team championships. Where we go from there, I don't know. You know, are the Bucks this uber popular with the casual AEW audience? I don't know.
Probably not as much now as they were with the Broke Buck story, though.
No. So I don't know. I don't know where we're going with them as tag team champions again. It's just they're trying so desperately to go back to what brought them to the dance, and bro, we're way beyond this now.
Yeah.
Honestly, AEW with the Bucks and Omega still trying to hold on to some sort of relevancy at the top of the card for AEW. I feel like it's not as genuine as it was when we were watching this in year 1, year 2. I feel like we need to eventually move on here. I don't know. Maybe we're going to get that Copeland Christian match. Maybe we're going to get that Swerve Hangman match. I don't know. Maybe they'll eventually drop the titles back to Private Party. I don't fucking know. Maybe they'll do something with Private Party. Who knows? But
there should be some kind of evolution of the Young Bucks at this stage.
I think we've seen all the evolution that they have. This is it.
You might be right. You might be right.
Yeah. Brody King. He was not on the actual show. They showed him in a backstage vignette with Bandito at Saturday's Grand Slam, talking about how he was close to winning the AEW World Championship. He could taste it. He was so close. King isn't sitting around feeling sorry for himself. He wants AEW to bring the biggest and the baddest. February 25th, he's getting back into the world title hunt, and he's looking for a fight. They were in Sacramento tonight, and we got loud "fuck Ice" chants once again ringing out from the live crowd as they watch this vignette on the big screen in the arena.
I think the worst thing they could have done was let the fans know that moment went viral, because now they're going to do that shit every
single week. It's going to get louder and louder. And I genuinely don't know, Jesse. I didn't really get your opinion on this. I don't know how AEW exists with him on television. Like, how is Brody going to exist on television with all of this when Warner Brothers Discovery is pro-Trump and they got a Netflix deal that is probably hanging on because the administration is going to be the one to approve it? Like, how do they go about this? I mean, this is not going to end well for Brody King.
Because if they take Brody King off TV, the fans will fucking revolt.
Yes. That's the only way yes.
So they just got to deal and hope it. I think they're doing the right thing by just let it play its course. Because if you try to silence it, if you try to censor it, if you try to take them off, if you try to stop it, it's going to get worse. Just no sell it, just deal. Like anything else in wrestling, it'll pass. But if you try to control it, you will be very, very, very regretful that you did. Just let it go.
Bro, they're gonna make the loop up and around California. And we talked about this on TNT last night with Solid Monster. In March, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Oh man. They going hard, man.
If you guys see Brody King take a fucking 2-month sabbatical, you know why.
As of now, the fans are gonna chant it when they see Brody King.
That's all he's gonna be known for now.
Fine, but if you take him off TV and if you try to stop it, they're gonna chant that shit during every match. I suggest you just ignore them and let them have their fun.
Yeah, hopefully the best case scenario here for Tony Khan is that it lasts 10 seconds every single week he's on TV and nothing more. Like, don't turn it into a gimmick. Don't fucking give him anti-ice representation or presentation on television.
Yeah, don't lean into it.
Don't add fuel to the fire here.
Yeah, just let him be. And plus, MJF coming out and saying that we don't censor our fans. Now you can't do that either.
No.
Now you can't. Just let it go. Let it be. They'll get over it at some point.
I wonder what Warner Brothers Discovery executives think about it. You know, I know Shad Khan donated to Trump's campaign before he won the presidency. I don't know what Tony Khan feels about that or how Tony Khan feels about that. Yeah, I don't know what Shad thinks of the anti-ice Brody King thing going on television. Does he even know? I don't know. So
at the end of the day, maybe Ice should stop giving people reasons to fucking hate them. I think if they just did their job without killing folks, I think they'll be okay. That's it. Just stop killing folks.
Just keep the politics out of my pro wrestling. That's all I care about. Do whatever you want to do. Believe in what you want to believe in. Brody can believe whatever the fuck he wants to believe. It's a free country. But keep the shit away from my pro wrestling. We watch this shit to escape. We turn on a PlayStation or an Xbox or Steam to get away from the politics. Yet it's just everywhere.
That's one take. The other take is the people who bury their heads in the fucking sand when horrible shit is happening.
Yeah, well,
I don't like being that fucking person.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't bury your head in the sand. You should be cognizant of what's going on in the world, but you know
that's what they want people to not talk about. Don't talk about it here. Don't talk about it here. Everybody stop talking about it.
Yeah, but there's a place and a time to talk about it, Jesse. I don't think a place and a time is on fucking AEW Dynamite on Wednesday nights.
What did he do? I think he wore like a fuck ice shirt one day.
Abolish ice, and he wore it in Mexico when they were at Arena Mexico last year.
He wore abolish ice, and the crowd turned it into
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like we said, don't lean into it. Let them have their 15 seconds of fucking chanting, and then move on. Because honestly, we've been talking big on Brody for the last few years. Like, get him in the main event scene. It's just sad that it's gotten to this point where this chant is now overtaking everything he's ever done. You know, it should be about him and his talent and his in-ring and the character and AEW. But it's all about fuck ice. You know?
Wrestling, everybody in the business will tell you whatever you have to do to get over, if the fans connect with you, then you win. So in any way the fans are connecting with him, he wins.
But bro, this is a way that some people are connecting, and then you're also alienating some others big time. And it could actually be a detriment to the overall health of the company.
It's a risk.
It is a very big risk, yeah.
It's definitely absolutely a risk. It is.
Yeah. So that was that. He's going to get back into the AEW title program. How and who he will be in the ring with, how they're going to do that, I don't know. We'll figure it out on the 25th. That's next week. Yeah. AEW TBS Women's Championship. Fatal 4-Way. Mina, Marina, Willow, and Megan Bayne. Now,
like a tag team match.
Yeah, it sounds like a tag team match, but no, it's a Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, they treated it like one. It was as
Megan
Bayne and Marina Shafir just teaming up.
Well, they were tag team partners in the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Title Tournament. Yeah. And then Mina is obviously friends with Toni Storm, who's been battling the Death Riders with Marina Shafir, and Willow has been battling Megan Bayne and Mega Bad with Penelope Ford. So I don't know how Marina ended up in a Fatal 4-Way for a title. I don't know how Mina ended up here. The only one that I could see is Megan Bayne, and even she is not even there yet because she's been operating mostly in a tag team. But I genuinely thought, Jesse, that we were going to have a title change here, and if there was, I was hoping that Megan Bayne would be the new TBS champion, but we didn't get that, and we got Willow once again retaining the TBS title as she remains TBS and tag team champion at the same time. Now, I thought this was pretty good. You know, we've seen a lot worse. I think Willow's great. I think Megan Bayne is very good. Marina, not so much. I'm not a big fan. Mina's very good, but hasn't been booked the right way. I thought this was chaotic. I thought this was fun. You know, I'm surprised Willow won, but how do you feel about Willow retaining? Did you also think Megan Bayne might have taken the title home here?
So I agree that I think it may be best to have Megan Bayne hold that title. I don't agree doing it here in this random episode. I think she deserves a little bit more of a spot, pay-per-view match, feud, story, something of substance. Because I'm like you, I don't see why she's in this spot, but at the same time, she needs to be in a spot like this. She needs to be a champion. They are wasting their time with Megan Bayne right now, just hanging around Penelope Ford, looking strong, having a friend in Marina Shafir. What are we doing here? I mean, you don't have Mercedes on TV right now. This is the perfect opportunity to put her at the top of the mountain in the women's division as she should be presented. So I don't understand why she's kind of just being held in tag team purgatory right now. She doesn't need it.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, without Megan Bayne, where's Penelope Ford?
I don't know. Put it with Marina Shafir. The fuck is, I mean, she's whole. You can't say that we can't push Megan Bayne higher because we need someone for Penelope Ford.
You know, I am very much over the fact that we also have Jet Speed. We talked about them earlier. They're the Trios champions. They're looking for the tag team titles. Adam Page is going after the world title. He's a Trios champion with Jet Speed. Willow here is a tag team champion with Harley Cameron, and she's also the TBS champion. Why are we doubling up champions? Why do we have champions going after other championships? Why do we have Willow as two champions? You got 2/3 of the overall belts in the women's division held up on one woman. Like, how does that make anybody else feel important? What is that doing for everybody else? I don't like that.
No, it's not. I guess not a good look. You have plenty of people to go around. Spread the damn titles around.
Yeah. So you may be correct, Jesse. I think with what we got here at the end, they may be setting up a Willow versus Megan Bayne match at the pay-per-view, which I would not be opposed to. So Nightingale, she spiked Megan Bayne with the Death Valley Driver. Marina was there with a Uranagi. Mina took her out with the DDT. Megan Bayne flew in with a flying clothesline. Everyone's on the outside, and Megan Bayne took out everybody with a tope suicida. She landed on her feet. Marina pulled Bayne back to the floor, and both finally went at it after teaming up most of the match on the babyfaces. So Megan blocked a kick and powerbombed Marina onto the timekeeper's table, which didn't break, and it took her out. So Megan Bayne went up top. I don't know what she was going for, but Willow was up there. And again, another one of these spots that I don't know why needs to happen on weekly television, and we seemingly see this shit every fucking week. She tried an avalanche German suplex, but the visual that we got as it happened in live action, I mean, if Megan Bayne had her head any closer to the opposite direction, Jesse, we might have seen a fucking death in the ring here with that spot.
Pretty sure she landed on it.
That's that ridiculous. I don't understand it. It was basically the Kyle Fletcher, John Moxley spot, but reversed. It's basically what it was.
It was not pretty.
No, that looks scary as hell. Mina flew off the top with a shotgun dropkick, back fist on Willow. She went for a figure four. Willow caught her with a flash cradle for the win. So we got Mina again in a championship situation, losing. This woman cannot win the big one. I don't know who's worse, Mercedes or Mina. Mina definitely. Post-match, Megan Bayne was furious, standing on the ramp. Marina was out there as well. And Mina shook Nightingale's hand. Why are you shaking this woman's hand? You lost an opportunity at the TBS title. We may be getting Megan Bayne and Willow at the pay-per-view, depending on what they do with the tag team titles. I don't know, man. We got the Iconics coming in here. The Inspiration is signed to AEW. See that? Every week now, man, I'll be inspired to reach for the remote control, at least for a 5-minute segment on the show.
I can't escape these women, man. What the fuck, man?
Bro, they were in one of the worst tag team matches I may have ever seen of all time on January 19th. And Tony said, you know what? I'm going to give you guys a 3-year deal.
Why do they keep getting signed everywhere? Everywhere.
The Moronics! Remember that, guys? The Idiotics! We're the best wrestle, bro. I don't think they could actually be allowed to say that now with them on the roster.
Not anymore, no. You know, I'm always the first one to say, hey, the roster is talented. They can all go. They can all go. Not anymore. They can't all go now. There's 2 that can't go. Solomonster
was a lot nicer than I was about it. He said they needed depth for the tag team division, and they are a legit tag team. But they're not good.
You know, if... oh.
Answer me this, Jesse. Are they inspirational?
No.
No.
To who? To what?
They inspire me to change the channel.
So I watched them in TNA. I thought that, hey, maybe they've improved since I've seen them last. So it's not fair to now, not give them a fresh look.
Improve.
So I'm trying here. So I watched and I dissected and I watched and gave them the benefit of, no, man, nothing has gotten better. They gave these women microphones and I almost shut down my stream. Then they started to wrestle and then it got worse. So I don't get it, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying here. They are just not good at anything that they keep being presented at being good at. So I don't know how they keep getting signed. I don't get it.
I don't know, but they're coming in. I'm sure there'll be colliders within 2 weeks.
They get decent heel heat, but then I saw them being portrayed as baby faces, and I really couldn't understand why they were on TV then.
The best thing about them in WWE was their theme music. How was that?
I don't even remember that.
Anyway, after this, we got commentary paying their respects to the recent passing of WWE production hand Kerwin Silfies. Tony Schiavone talked about working with him earlier in his career. Bryan Danielson got choked up here on commentary, said he didn't know anything about production before getting to WWE. And all the commentary team gave their condolences to his family, which was a very classy move by Tony Khan and AEW. How many aggregators are going to be like, oh, AEW mentioned WWE on their show?
No, that's some Vince and WWE training kicking in. They're the only ones that don't allow people to mention other promotions. I mean, it's normal. Who in the fuck does not know where Bryan Danielson came from?
Yeah.
Who? So I mean, it's fine, you know, and it's much more important to let him get his feelings out about this friend that passed away than worrying about saying WWE.
Yeah. Face to face, MJF and Adam Hangman Page. MJF, he's out there. Says he wants to make something very clear. He's not cutting some cutesy promo to sell tickets. I don't think he needs to because the show's basically sold out in Los Angeles. He said, Jesse, he hates Adam Page's guts. He hates everything about him. He hates how he walks, how he looks, how he wrestles, his white knight bullshit, how the dumb white trash hicks actually think Page is on MJF's level, and they have the gall to call Page the main character when clearly it's MJF. Most of all, MJF hates the fact that Page holds 2 wins over him. Wink, wink. He's not getting a third. And it makes him want to puke. Page isn't better than MJF. He's a lucky shot. But MJF sees something the idiots do not. He can see it in his eyes. Maybe it's his 2 boyfriends, Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland, fighting. Or maybe Page is in his head that he had a chance to be at the top of the mountain twice. Both times crumbled under pressure. Maybe Page wonders if he wins the title a 3rd time and crumbles again. Will the fans wonder if Page is truly a fraud? The man MJF is looking at in the eye isn't the same guy he fought at Revolution last year. He thinks Adam Page is out of bullets. You'll never be out of bullets with Blue Chew and code JD. Blue Chew Gold, www.bluechew.com, code JD at checkout.
Good job. That's pretty good.
MJF can't think of a better birthday gift than himself to end Page and his cowboy shit. MJF's birthday, by the way, is the night of Revolution. Wink, wink. He's not losing.
There you go.
Page said between the 2 of them, he's got the lucky shot. Page talked about the fans carrying him back to the world title and how he's beat the dog shit out of MJF the last year. If anyone is lucky, it's the guy who had a guaranteed shot, took it home, waited until they were in front of the largest crowd they've ever seen, returning with a new head of hair, thicker than Mark Davis, waiting until everyone was on the floor, kicked Page in the balls, collected the spoils of greater men. Page said MJF hates him, but he hates Max so much worse. It's not because of any of the years of cheating and lying, despite all that. It's when he looks at MJF, he's never met someone more like Page. MJF's desperation for love, acceptance. Page is no better than that, and he hates it. Page knows how much MJF wants to make his mark and his loyalty to AEW. But as much as everyone wants the title, they both know they needed it. At Revolution, Page just wants to end this for good, forever. And he thinks MJF knows that this just can't be a normal wrestling match. So tells MJF to think of a stipulation. Page always would have known that this match should be, and he knows what this match should be, and he should let the fans decide. So crowd starts chanting Texas death. MJF quickly shuts them up and said Page is crazy to think that they're going to have anything but a standard wrestling match. Page thought MJF would say that because he's scared, he's a coward, and he knows what this could mean. If MJF agrees to the stipulation, Page will give him his word. If Page doesn't win, he'll never challenge for the AEW World Championship as long as he lives. So MJF immediately accepted, saying, as far as this stipulation, unlike these morons, I think things through. I need a week to determine the stipulation, but Page said he knows what he wants, and it's Texas death. Page stormed out of the ring and stopped in the aisleway with the realization that he just basically said he would never challenge for the world title ever again if he loses. It's good stuff. The one thing I like, Jesse, is that we got 2 competitors here now on WWE with Roman Reigns and CM Punk who legitimately hate each other. Roman Reigns says, I hate you. The reason why I'm challenging you at WrestleMania is because I fucking hate you. And now we have MJF out here claiming that he hates Hangman. I love when two competitors are battling over the top prize and they hate each other with such disdain. Makes for a better match.
It does. And this is why the heel versus babyface dynamic is what we prefer in pro wrestling, because we want to understand why the people are fighting that we're looking at. I remember over New Year's when I was in Florida, I was watching Raw with my father-in-law, and he's asking because he sat down for a few minutes to watch with me and my son. He's like, "What's going on here with these guys? Why are these guys fighting?" And I would explain it. He goes, "Oh, okay." He sat down for like 20, 30 minutes, something like that. He kind of enjoyed it, for its entertainment value. But every time something was happening, I remember he asked me that question about 2 to 3 times. He's like, "Well, okay, why are these guys fighting right here?" And I explained it. Oh, okay, all right. So he gets the entertainment value. He gets to the scripted. He knows all of that stuff. But once I told him that it was scripted and there were stories, that led him to the questions. Well, why is this happening? Well, why is that? Why are these guys fighting? So when you know it's a scripted show, then you kind of want things to make sense. Is what I gathered from watching this with a casual, because they sit down and watch. Well, if this is all scripted, then why is this happening? What is the script behind this? You know what I'm saying? So that should be a note taken for people who write this shit. That for people who sit down and watch it and have no idea what's going on, they all want to know, why is this going on? And I mentioned this earlier in tonight's show. When we had the, what was it? The Kevin Knight match. It was Kevin Knight, versus the Beast, Mortos, and the stipulation there was if the Beast, Mortos won, then his team gets a title match, and it was all kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, there was something there. There was a reason why these guys were fighting. Why are these guys fighting? Because if this guy wins, then this happens and things like that. So I think every match we get, there needs to be a cause and effect. There be a reason. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why are they fighting? Because they hate each other. They fucking hate each other. That's why they're fighting. So I can appreciate that, but you just can't say that. You have to show us, like, okay, we're gonna do a promotion tomorrow. Me against this guy. Well, why are you fighting? Because I hate him. Well, yeah. Why do you fucking hate him?
Why is the most important question in all of pro wrestling?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is this happening? Sometimes we don't even get a why on this show.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a why here, which was great. I thought this was very good television. This definitely upped the ante for the match. I wasn't interested when Paige won over Andrade on Saturday. I was actually pulling for Andrade just because I wanted something different. But with the fact of Paige owns 2 wins over MJF, and MJF is not going to allow a third to happen here. He's got to get his win back. So that's the reason why they're doing this here. And the stipulation is going to make it, I think, in Tony Khan's eyes, a little bit unpredictable, because a lot of people are thinking, are they really going to go and run with this stipulation again where he doesn't challenge for the World Championship ever again? I think he's hoping for an outcome here where it gives everybody a sense of unpredictability. No, MJF is not losing the World Championship. So you're basically backing yourself into a corner to make this match seem unpredictable when we all know what the outcome is, no matter what stipulation you put behind it. So why are you taking one of your top acts, someone that's been one of the top acts for the last 6 years consistently, and all of a sudden saying, you know what, he's not going to be able to challenge for the World Championship ever again? You better have some sort of fucking big plan for him, because taking a name like that and a talent like that out of the main event scene for forever, bro, you hopefully you know what you're doing.
It low-key makes Hangman look really stupid.
It does, and it makes him into a mid-carder. Now, some people think he's a mid-carder now in the main event scene. But you don't want to put a solid fucking stamp on. All right, he's nothing more than now TNT title,
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, if you want to challenge for the world title and the champion says no, MJF says no, you're not getting one, I'm going to say, all right, well, fuck you. I'll be back. I'll find a way back to the world title, and you can't fucking deny me. I'll go focus on my trios championship title for right now. Then I'll go win a casino battle royal or some shit. And I'll get to the point where I get my title match, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you know what I'm saying? Why is it so important that he gets this title match here and now, as opposed to just saying, well, I'll get it when I get it? Because if I lose this, I can never get it again.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Well, I thought this was one of the best segments of the show outside the main event, and I thought they did a very good job of building the main event of Revolution for the AEW World title. So, from that, we move on to Jon Moxley's backstage with the rest of the Death Riders, who we still don't know if they're babyface or heel. And no explanation behind that at all. We just talked about the why. We haven't been given the why as to why Moxley cut a babyface promo at the end of the Continental Classic, and why he's operating as a babyface, and why the rest of the group is operating as a heel faction. We just don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. He's backstage. So apparently Pac told the Don Callis family they aren't like them, so if you want to continue to test us, how about Collision? Gather a few of yourselves. They won't be hard to find. Danny Garcia, who nobody asked to hear from, said for the Don Callis family, it's just a name. They aren't willing to live or die. Moxley said he's not done with Takeshita. Revolution, Hollywood, no time limits. One way or another, there will be a winner as long as it takes. Don't tell Tony Khan that. He'll push this to fucking 1 hour. This will be an Iron Man match before you know it.
Jeez.
More Don Callis family and the Death Riders on Collision. Enjoy that, bro.
Why do we think that MJF is going to retain? Because he just won the title.
What am I speaking Chinese? He just won the title. It's his birthday. And he doesn't own a win over Hangman in the last 2 matches that they wrestled.
And hot potatoing the world title is just a death sentence for it.
You don't send MJF on all this PR media fucking hurricane that he's on to have him drop the championship back to the millennial cowboy.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Who asked that question?
It's screwed up. Who said that?
Come on, man. Use your brains.
Said, I don't know. He got away from me.
MJF is battling Zilla Fatu on Friday night.
There he is.
Who was he?
Who's that? Cinematics.
No. Come on, bro. Cinematics. Use your brain, bro. Seriously. MJF will be in New York, in Queens, Friday night. Zilla Fatu versus MJF. One of the major matches at House of Glory. Will I be there? I don't know. Should I show up, Jesse?
I might show up.
You might show up.
I might show up. You should join me.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you want to travel to Jamaica, Queens.
Well, then again, man, you are persona non grata at Hog. So.
Well, I mean, you know, I'll tell you what, man. If I show up, I'm not taking the Dark Horse, bro. I can't drive the Dark Horse to Jamaica.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah, you can't. Here, let me drive it. We'll be fine.
Well, you know, nobody's driving because there's still fucking snow blocking my garage where the Dark Horse sleeps. You know?
You still got snow?
Yes.
Bro, it's 65 degrees today here.
65? Bro, it wasn't, it was 40 degrees the other day.
65. All the snow around my house is melted. All the snow in my town.
How are you getting 65 degrees and we're not even out of the fucking 30s yet? What are you talking about?
Fucking 5. That means you're going to be getting it next then. So
I hope so.
There you go.
I hope so. Anyway, great segment there. Moxley challenges Takeshita. Not the Death Riders was not a great segment. The MJF Adam Page was. Takeshita Moxley Revolution. 3 matches booked for that show right now. More obviously to be added. Running through this because here's a spoiler, folks. Nobody gives a shit. The conglomeration, Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii versus the War Dogs, Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors. Bro, I gotta say this about Clark Connors, man. I think he's got a great look. Comes out with the. He looks like, I don't know what he looks like. He looks like a modern day Skinner, you know?
Who?
Skinner.
Who? No, not who's Skinner. Who's Clark Connors?
Who? I don't know. From New Japan, I guess. I don't know.
Who in the hell? I said that these guys are facing two jobbers. I have no idea who the hell these guys are.
Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd's a jobber, bro.
Until they take the time to explain to me who they are, I'm going to continue to say that I have no idea who they are.
Well, we got this match for whatever reason. And we got Cassidy. He's in there. Ishii is hurt. So Cassidy comes in, spiked Clark Connors with a spinning DDT, tope suicida on Gabe Kidd. Both guys are brawling into the crowd where Darby Allin showed up and he kidnapped Gabe Kidd into the crowd.
Stole him. Taken. Gone.
Where's Liam Neeson when you need him, huh?
Gone. I mean, just like this lady that get okay, no, she's still missing. I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Cassidy returned to the ring. Oh, that lady's that news anchor's mother, huh?
Yeah, still missing. Why is it TMZ's getting more information than the FBI is?
Bro, it's all bro. You're watching a fucking play in real life, man. What you're watching is not real life. It's not real life.
What is happening right now,
bro? Like I don't know, man.
TMZ is getting ransom letters.
Bro, you're watching a movie. You're watching a movie play out in front of your eyes in real life without paying a fucking $20 fee to go sit in the movie theater. That's what you're watching.
Bro, I'm getting alerts that TMZ is acquired another ransom note and they swiftly turned it over to the FBI. Why is the FBI not getting information? But
tune in tonight at 9 p.m. TMZ has the ransom note. Meanwhile, the family, what the fuck? You don't send the ransom note to the family?
They sent it to TMZ.
No, let's send it to Harvey Levin over at TMZ. Fuck out of here.
What the hell is going on?
Anyway, Gabe Kidd captured by Darby Allin. Cassidy returned to the ring, hits an orange punch on Clark Connors, stumbled into an Ishii brainbuster, and that was it. Ishii was busted open, bleeding from the mouth. Don't know what happened there, but the conglomeration get the win. Don Callis' family are backstage. I'm assuming, by the way, another match at Revolution will be Darby versus Gabe Kidd. Didn't they wrestle at the last pay-per-view and nobody gave a shit, if I remember? Right?
Well, when you kidnap somebody, I think the next elevation is a wrestling match. So,
well, they wrestled in a hardcore match the last time. What is this going to be? A buried alive match?
A kidnapping match.
Kidnapping match. Okay.
Kidnapping match. There we go.
All right. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be some sort of stipulation. I'm sure.
Is this feud with Darby making you care about Gabe Kidd?
Bro, the amount of fucks I could give you right now are in the negative numbers.
I was just wondering.
Yeah. Well, I could tell by the reaction that Gabe Kidd got when he came out there that also the people in attendance don't give a shit.
No, they don't. We need Darby to be doing something way more important than this.
Yeah. Yeah, the old Darby is the one who's kidnapped because he doesn't feel the same at all.
No.
Meanwhile, the Death Riders are stronger and Darby's actually weaker after all this. How does that work out?
Death Rider's a baby face. Darby just committed a felony on live television. He's the heel in this. What are we doing here?
I don't know. Don Callis' family are backstage. They're beating up a bunch of guys while Josh Alexander is talking about the Death Riders challenge earlier tonight. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Don Callis walks in. What happened?
Death Riders.
They're beating up somebody. I don't know who the fuck they were. Apparently, they didn't like catering tonight. Don Callis walks in, puts the boots to one of them. They accept Moxley's challenge on Takesha's behalf. Apparently, he was celebrating with Kyle Fletcher after he won the TNT title at Grand Slam and didn't make it back to the States, I guess. I don't know. Okada walks in and says he loves to be celebrating with Kyle Fletcher in Australia, but he showed up here to do his job because he's champion, unlike Takeshita. So I guess that's their way of storyline advancement here. Okada's the champion and Takeshita is not.
His job was to fly into Sacramento, California for this 30-second promo bit.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's literally all he did for the night.
Bro, if there is anybody in the history of pro wrestling that has the easiest schedule of all time, it's Okada.
I mean, man.
Bro, he's on Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns time at this point.
Jeez, he flew all the way out. They paid him for that. They paid him.
They paid him for that and probably put him in a nice hotel room too.
He's not recording Collision later. Collision is live this coming Saturday.
And here's the thing. We talked about this on TNT last night, and Jason believes, and I have a feeling he may be correct here, that they are saving Takeshita. They're going to have him win the championship for Moxley at Revolution because that's the one that makes sense. So he's going to win the Continental Championship. Okada still has the International Championship because they split the fucking titles. The unified title is no longer in existence right now. It's on a shelf somewhere in the warehouse collecting dust. Bro, they may actually save this Takeshita-Okada match for a unification match at All In at the end of August and do the match there. Meanwhile, they've killed the story. There's no advancement. It's going to be ice cold by the time we get there. But as long as it's going to be a great wrestling match and we get a unification match, it's going to feel like a big deal, says Tony Khan. Bro, you are killing your angle, your story, and you don't even realize it by waiting another 4 months for this match to take place. Could you believe that?
Yes, I can. 100%. Yeah. This tracks. Yeah.
Ah, God. So apparently, Okada welcomes in Andrade. He calls him the uncrowned champion. Andrade said his eyes are on the AEW World title. Chicos and Chicas. Callis says he sees Claudio Castagnoli walking around with the CMLL World title, which would look great on the mantle of the Don Callis family. So apparently we're getting a match between Josh Alexander and Claudio for the CMLL World title on Collision. Any interest in that, Jesse? CMLL World title.
It's my favorite title.
Yeah, I find it funny how we complained about the title not being a big deal and how it's not on AEW television. And here we are, got a match on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess we can't complain about. Look, the whole point was not to get a match, but just to at least acknowledge that he was the champion. That's it. We don't need them defending yet another title here. That's not what we wanted.
You know where I'll be on Saturday?
Oh,
not watching Collision. You got enough out of me on Grand Slam. Hook. He cuts a promo about being the new boss of the Ops with Samoa Joe out with injury. The Ops are recruiting, and he says he sent Shibata back to Japan to recruit overseas, while Hook will handle recruiting here in the United States. Hook calls himself the greatest second-generation wrestler of all time, and he is the leader of the Ops.
The Op. It's just one Op.
This group was the biggest group on television, and within a span of 3 weeks, Jesse, became completely non-existent and completely irrelevant.
Look, man, it's becoming unfortunately grossly apparent that Samoa Joe is he's just taking on a lot of injuries, man. I mean, maybe full-time in-ring work is should not be in his forte. Maybe he needs the Okada schedule. All right.
Well,
maybe
if he didn't wrestle
MVP
Speedball in a nothing match, he wouldn't be injured.
Well, no, he would have got injured in this next match instead. He keeps getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? He keeps getting hurt. So I don't think the answer is who he's wrestling. I think he's wrestled significantly less, like MVP less. I mean, just like once every quarter of the year, maybe. I mean, I love seeing Joe on my TV, but he gets hurt so often that I'm not seeing Joe on my TV, and that's a problem.
Well, now you know why Powerhouse Hobbs left AEW. He had to be the leader. He had to look up to Hook being the leader of the Ops. He got out of there, man, as soon as he found out.
You're going to follow behind Hook. Okay, that's enough for me.
We got the Brawling. What happened? More on the Ops.
Yeah, what is going on with fucking Hobbs in WWE? Where is he?
He just sat down with Stephanie McMahon on What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon.
Okay, is he on SmackDown? Because I don't watch SmackDown. I don't know.
He hasn't debuted on the main roster yet after showing his face in the Royal Rumble.
Okay, all right. So he's not in NXT. He's not on a roster. We don't know where he's landing.
He's working dark matches on main event.
Okay, who's he working with?
That I do not know. Chat, who did he wrestle on main event? I'm sure somebody would know.
That could be a little telling on where he's going. Who would they put him in the ring with in dark matches?
Tozawa? Apollo Crews?
That'd be Raw. I don't know what the fuck is Crews.
Kit Wilson?
What the fuck is Crews?
What happened to Collision Corner? I don't know, bro. You just joining the stream now?
Just joining the stream. Look at this.
Collision Corner is not a weekly thing anymore. I would urge you to watch the weekly streams because we talk about it almost every week.
Bro, I'll be doing a stream and I'll spend 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, we wrestled Nathan Frazier. That's a good match.
Frazier. Okay.
Frazier's great.
Where is he from?
He's part of Fraxium.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll be covering something for like 20 fucking minutes. And then I'll be done with it and then move on. And then like 5 minutes later, someone joins the stream. Hey, what's going on with this? I'm like, you hit rewind.
Where's Collision Corner, JD?
Don't show up late for a stream asking about things related to the stream. Get here on time or rewind.
The Brawling Birds. Oh! Jamie Hayter and Alex. What's her name, Jesse?
Windsor. Oh, God, my throat hurt from that one. Oh,
they wrestle Becca. Who? Becca. Becca with a 3 in her name.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And Viva Van, Jesse. Viva Van.
Viva Van.
Are we a fan of Viva Van?
Wait, what happened to who was it? The ones that they were getting the push and got signed because the other two walked out.
Oh, Maya World and Hion.
Yeah, that's right. Where are they?
I believe they were banished to Ring of Honor.
God damn. Well, look, at least we got it. I mean, at least we got Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor out of ROH.
Yeah, I think they gave these two a little too much offense, to be quite honest with you, for a newly formed tag team. Jesse, here's what I'm thinking here. We got them winning this match, obviously, with their finish, which they call 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah. You get the pun. Yeah, it's nice.
2 birds, 1 cup. There you go.
Yeah. What? Who? What?
There you go. Do not look up 2 girls, 1 cup, Jack.
What are you living in fucking 25 years ago?
Do not look up 2 girls.
I think, Jesse, that the tag team titles are going to end up on these 2 birds at All In. That's why they paired them together. Building this new team for Wembley and the big moment with the Brawling Birds winning the tag team titles at Wembley. Meanwhile, Jamie Hayter should be in the world title picture, but she's here teaming with Windsor. What do you make of that? You like it? You don't like it?
You know what I like? Alex Windsor has new ring gear.
She does. It's very UK inspired.
I mean, come on. It doesn't get any better than this. She has new ring gear.
Oh! Renee's backstage with Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa's back. Oh my goodness.
What?
You know, she recently said that she just wants to be back. I'm here. I'm ready. And here she is. She's back.
I thought she was on ROH somewhere.
I don't know where she was. She just got cleared, apparently.
Yeah, people were telling me she was on ROH, but now they're saying that she just got cleared.
Well, Renee said Statlander is not cleared to wrestle for a few weeks. Statlander said she doesn't want to wrestle. She wants to fight Tekla, Jesse. Tekla.
There you go.
She wants to fight Tekla. Rosa said she's cleared officially today, and we haven't seen her. Now, we haven't seen her since All In last year. You mean to tell me that she was out with another injury for a full year? Do you believe that story?
I don't know what to believe because I thought she was on ROH. And if that's the case, then maybe she got hurt there. So I don't know.
Chat, was Thunder Rosa injured? I don't know. But she's cleared now. Statlander isn't cleared. Rosa is, and she wants a match with Tekla, Jesse. So Rosa versus Tekla.
There you go. That'd be a nice loss for Thunder Rosa. Sure. There you go.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Kevin Knight, he went one-on-one with the Beast Mortos.
Ooh.
And any thoughts on this exhilarating matchup, Jesse?
I'm kind of hoping you just skip right over it. All right. So look, they made
Let's skip over it, man. I got some Black Ops 7 to play before I go to bed.
Right. They made the match and said that if Mortos wins, then him and his faction will get a trios title opportunity, which is not the most egregious thing since it's not a singles champion. It's not like that the whole trio is having a match, and if the trio loses, then the trio gets a no. It was a one-on-one match, and it was about the trio's titles. My whole thing was, at least if the Beast Mortos won, then it would give Jet Speed and Hangman something to do with the titles. But Kevin Knight wins, so now they don't have opponents for those fucking titles now. So I was kind of in the boat. I kind of wanted the champion to lose so that at least they had something going on with the titles, but now that's not
I really don't understand what the point of saying all that was. If Mortos wins, LFI receives a future AEW Trios title shot, and legitimately he loses like he always does, and right after this match in the next segment, The Demand asks for a Trios championship match.
Yeah. So they well, you guys looking for opponents, here we are. I'm like,
so, the Beast Mortos never wins. Frank the Attorney loses again. He's the most underrated pro wrestler according to the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards. And he loses here to Kevin Knight, UFO Splash. Goodbye, Beast Mortos. Goodbye. Will Ospreay on the vignette was shown saying, if you think he'll be half the animal he was when he returns, no, this isn't where the best wrestle. It's where the Billy Goat wrestles.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Yeah.
No, they are facing The Demand on Saturday, Jesse. I know that, Kingdom Kid, but that was not fucking said before the match. It was said after.
Ooh, GOA and The Demand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in the next segment. They were backstage finally putting Jack Perry into the ground last week before talking about Kevin Knight getting lucky against Mortos. Bishop Khan is upset that Knight and Bailey are having singles matches and not defending the trios titles. At least someone's upset. Toro Leona said this Saturday, be prepared to be in deep waters against sharks. Jet Set Rodeo doesn't need to have that stupid name much longer. They're taking the titles. Ricochet turns around and he sees a knife stabbed on his locker room door. Jack Perry is still alive, as his knife was in the Demand's locker room door, Jesse.
There you go. Did he bring back his dinosaur again?
I don't know. I'm assuming that's the next step here.
How long is this dinosaur out for this time?
25 million years.
This guy, I don't know who's worse, him or Joe. I mean, man. Bro. They stay hurt, man.
Oh, my God, man. Main event. You know, looking at this show now, and all my knowledge, Jesse, outside the two main segments of the show, it's not a good fucking show, man. Like, what are we doing here?
I like how they sprinkled the main event scene throughout the show a little bit to kind of balance the show.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it was very watchable and it wasn't as bad because they did spread out the most interesting parts. So.
Yeah. This was a great main event. Fucking one of the best main events that we've gotten all month for AEW. All year, actually, between the first 2 months of the year. I said Ciampa and Fletcher had the best match on Dynamite so far. This is definitely up there. Might even been better than the Ciampa-Fletcher match, just by a little bit. But if you chose Ciampa-Fletcher, I'm not going to argue with you, but we'll pick it up after the commercial breaks here. So before the first commercial break, Omega wanted a Terminator dive. Strickland cut him off at a Fosbury flop. Strickland was sent into the crowd. Omega stumbled, but hit a moonsault off the barricade into a commercial. So We go from the first commercial into the next segment of the match here. Snapdragon Suplex was the name of the game here. So Omega hits a Snapdragon, running knee, hits Strickland for a near fall. Omega, he tried to quiet the Who's House chants in Sacramento, hit multiple knee lifts until Swerve caught him with the third into a backbreaker dropkick combo. That sent Omega outside. So Strickland wanted a vertebraker on the apron. Omega floated over. He wanted a Snapdragon. He nailed it. So we got This Is Awesome chance. Crowd is really into it. Omega gives a big, long look at the floor outside as he wanted a Snapdragon off the apron, but Strickland fought him off. Omega switched to headbutts at this point. Went back and tried a Snapdragon. Only Strickland backflipped out of it on his feet, and Omega hit the floor back first. And then he transitioned, does Swerve, into a rolling suplex on the floor. So he throws Omega back inside. Strickland hits a 450 splash to the back. Omega kicks out after a 2 count. So both are in the ring. So Omega counters big pressure. Swerve counters some Snapdragons. Omega hits a wheel kick to the head and a V-trigger in the corner. Omega wanted an avalanche dragon suplex up top. He nailed it. Strickland is pointing at his shoulder at this point as he's hanging on the ropes. He calls Aubrey Edwards over, and he starts motioning that his shoulder is injured. So Omega charged for a V-trigger. He gains a full head of steam, and Swerve pulls Aubrey in line of sight, and Omega blasts Aubrey Edwards with a V-trigger and knocked her out. So Omega was shocked. He immediately tried to go for a one-winged angel. Strickland rolled through, hits a house call. Strickland goes for a pin, but dummy, there's no referee.
Now, hold on for 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Aubrey Edwards, all right, female referee, just got hit with a V trigger.
Yeah.
By Kenny Omega. All right. So did the medical team run to her aid?
No.
Did Nana go run to her aid?
No.
Did anybody give a good goddamn that Aubrey Edwards just got leveled with a V trigger by Kenny Omega?
No. Excalibur did mention someone should come out with smelling salts, though.
So, yeah, wake her up. Don't give her any medical attention. Just wake her the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
So she was out.
Just wondering.
So after that, we got Nana going to check on Aubrey a little bit, but not much. Strickland went up.
That was like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, that was after the initial blow was already dealt.
Yeah.
Strickland went up top and hit a swerve stomp on Omega on the apron, which looked great. Omega sold the shit out of it. He's clutching his jaw. Strickland then took the protective cover off of the steel bar that connects the post and the turnbuckle pad, and he did a slingshot throw first on Omega on the steel beam. So Strickland called for another referee as Paul Turner ran out there right away. I don't know why he wasn't out there fucking 3 minutes earlier. So Strickland hits a swerve stomp. Omega kicked out. He couldn't believe it, Swerve. Crowd goes crazy. So Swerve gets up. He wanted a house call. Omega ducked into a Snapdragon, a V-trigger, and a Poison Rana. I thought Omega was going to win it after back-to-back-to-back big moves there. So Omega wanted a one-winged angel. Swerve escaped. He ran into another V-trigger. So he's just getting nailed left and right with offense here by Omega. Omega wanted another one, but Strickland hit a charging house call, which is ridiculous. He had a Snapdragon, Jesse, a V-trigger, a Poison Rana. He went for a one-winged angel. Swerve escaped, and he got hit with another V-trigger. But then Omega went for the one-winged angel again, or another V-trigger, rather, but Swerve hit a house call out of nowhere. Almost as if nothing that Omega did meant anything. Big pressure, spiked Omega, and that was enough for the win. Not really a fair balance of maneuvers there, you know?
No, not so much.
So post-match, Nana's dancing. Swerve slowly turned back to Omega and pounced on him after the match was over. He launched Paul Turner out of the ring. Swerve took the chain from Nana's neck, wrapped it around Omega's throat, hung him over the top rope a la Hangman in their feud. Omega collapses to the floor. Swerve cleans off the commentary table. Danielson is continuing to yell at Swerve. You proved your point. What are you doing?
I'm not turning heel.
He sets up the ring steps next to the table and hits a vertebreaker off the steps on Omega through the table. The table comes collapsing. He looks right into the camera and Swerve says, I needed this. And he says it a few times before the show went off the air. I thought this was tremendous. Honestly. Everything about this.
Yeah, it was pretty damn good, man.
Pretty good.
That's pretty damn good. I mean, I don't know what else the guy need to do to turn on you, but
well, we'll see what he has to say next week.
You need to bang Riho in the back. Well, what do you need to do, man?
He might have to. I think we are. Listen, I don't think it's happened yet. I think right now we'll get tweener, but I do think that we're headed towards heel Swerve.
Swerve was already a tweener.
Yeah. He's always had that evil side in him, and it's just coming out.
Yeah, he's already a tweener.
Yeah.
He just turned all the way now.
So that was the end of Dynamite. Collisions looking like this on Saturday. Horsecock, Jet Set Rodeo, Hangman Page, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight against the Demand for the Trios titles. Death Riders versus the Don Callis family again. Claudio defends the CMLL heavyweight title against Josh Alexander. And Thunder Rosa versus Julia Hart.
Whoa, wait, where's Julia been?
I don't know, but she's getting buried on Saturday night.
Well, she's been on TV. She just hasn't been wrestling much. She's been showing up in this. Her and Sky Blue. That's right. What's going on with them?
I don't know. I'll tell you what's going on with us, though. That's the end of the show. We're getting into these super chats right now. Thank you guys very much for a great show tonight. I really appreciate all of you guys showing up. We had 1,700 in here. I know Dynamite isn't the most exciting show of the week, but what we deliver is the best fucking review on Wednesday nights in the community. Bar none. Always.
Oh, yeah.
Follow us on social media at JD from NY206, at Chi-Town Smark. Go and check out Jesse on YouTube at Chi-Town Smark. Go check out the videos on this channel that you might have missed. We were live from Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night Titans. Great discussion with the Solid Monster last night. Episode 135. Go and check it out. Tonight we're live. Got a video on Chris Jericho that went up today as well. If there's more news, I'll have more content tomorrow. Friday, I will not be live. And I will not be covering SmackDown. Tonight we're... What?
How do you watch that 3 hours show?
I don't know, man. It is awful. It is awful.
Friday night, too.
Tonight we're sponsored by Blue Chew. Blue Chew Gold. Let's talk about that main event, fellas. Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland absolutely tore it down tonight in the main event. It was violent. It was intense. And Swerve was full of sadistic rage as he got the win. That's what happens when somebody refuses to run out of gas. He wasn't coasting. He wasn't pacing himself. He went all in. And then you got MJF telling Hangman that he's out of bullets and that he's not the same guy a year ago. Fellas, being out of bullets is not something you ever want to hear. That's why Blue Chew is sponsoring tonight's show. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation from the #1 chewable ED brand. This isn't about showing up halfway through the match hoping something sticks. It's a 4-in-1 powerhouse built for energy, confidence, and connection when it matters most. It dissolves under your tongue and can work in as little as 15 minutes. No overbooked segments, no unnecessary run-ins, just elevation without hesitation. If tonight taught us anything, it's that the guy who commits, who brings intensity, who refuses to fade, is the one who walks out with the win. Meanwhile, some people are still trying to figure out the script 5 minutes before showtime. I'm not naming names, but if you know, you know. Tonica. Blue Chew Gold isn't about delivering when the spotlight hits. It's peak passion, peak performance. No, we'll try again next week. No cold crowd reactions. Just main event energy from bell to bell. This is about legacy, or what I like to say is your third leg. Let's see. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. Special deal tonight, 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code JD. It's promo code JD at BlueChew.com. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And I want to thank my great friends over at Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast tonight on OTS. Michael Krause, I'm assuming, is #1. Let's see. Am I correct in my assumption? Yes, I am. $2 super chat. JD, Jesse, OTS, how's everyone? Let's go. Yeah. DW Hurd with a 5. Did Hangman really just do that? Did he really just pull a Cody Rhodes? Yes, he did. He did.
Oh, yeah.
He might have even called Cody Rhodes up to get some advice.
Yeah.
Based with a $9.99. I'm sick of Tony Khan making Megan Bayne look like a geek when she has the look of a great wrestler. Also, Hangman got cooked in that promo. Yes, I do agree Hangman got cooked, and he looks like a geek himself by not challenging for the world title again. But Megan Bayne, you know, sooner or later, one of these days, she's going to be a champion in AEW. Jesse doesn't watch SmackDown, but he watches Collision. Okay. Bro, I would never wish watching SmackDown to my worst enemy. It is fucking terrible.
I just read that comment by Jorge. I don't understand what he's implying. Like SmackDown is something that everybody must watch. It's fucking 3 hours of torture. Why would you want to watch that? At least Collision's 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't understand some people, man. I really don't.
Hellfire, happy birthday, Hellfire. 29.
Happy birthday, Hellfire.
Base, thank you, brother. Tribal Chief with a $2 super chat. Instead of AEW, I'm watching Cobra Kai. OTS, pal. Speaking of pal, Jesse, you see Vince, WWE, and Janelle Grant are going into private arbitration in June.
She's about to get paid.
Yep, and it's all over, man. Vince is going to pay his way out of another one.
She's about to get paid. She's about to get paid because he knows he's going to lose. He wouldn't be paying shit if he thought he was going to win. She's about to become rich, bitch.
Chad, I got a question to ask you. I'm genuinely curious. Now, I'm just going to throw this out there as a maybe, okay? If this is a big if JD and Solid Monster were on the call for MJF and Zilla Fatu Friday House of Glory, would you be more apt to order that show and watch it over SmackDown? I need to see yeses in the chat. I'm just wondering.
Not Jorge. He's committed to
just
SmackDown for life.
Tone Jorge's got a problem, bro.
Jorge's fucking hooked on SmackDown.
Tone VC with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Tone. Justin with a 42 months. I know I'm a couple of weeks late, but happy belated birthday, JD. Also, who sings Lonely Nights song in your intro? 42 months in the VIP section, going strong. Fire Ablaze is the name of the artist. Zero Kaiba with a 46 months. What's up, JD? Jesse, did you see the next Destiny 2 update was delayed till June? Bungie really thinks Marathon will be a moneymaker. LOL. Bro, Destiny 2 is dead. I hate to admit it, it's dead.
It's not that they think it's going to be a moneymaker, but if they don't put their best foot forward, if they don't put forth 100% effort and it fails, then they have nobody to blame but themselves.
No.
They have to go all in on this game. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not going to buy it. But I understand the push. The Destiny is literally 11 years old. They have to try. All right. I'm getting this notice, bro.
You just got it? I got it now too.
I don't see it on my screen.
I'm gonna say stay in studio.
Yeah, I don't even see it.
How do you know it popped up then?
I'm looking at the feed. I'm looking at the feed on YouTube.
Well, yeah, at least you know you got an expiration date now.
I don't even see it. It's not on my screen.
Jesse's about to expire.
That must be for you. That's on your end then.
I just clicked stay in studio. You're gonna get booted. Watch.
Yeah. No. But if I didn't see it and you did, then that means it's on your end of StreamYard.
But you're eventually gonna see it because Jason sees it on Tuesday.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
I never fucking see it.
Michael Krause, 26 months. Congratulations on getting back to work for HOG. It's been a long road to get back there, but your time is now. Thank you, JD, Jesse, OTS, and for all that you do. Thank you, Michael. Listen, I didn't say anything. Just throwing a theory out there. Seeing what you guys are feeling, how the wind is blowing here.
You're not very good at keeping this.
Nah.
You are terrible.
Wait till you see my tweet Friday.
You are so bad. I do not tell you.
Listen, man, I'm trying to make the company money, okay? Triple M with a $2 super chat. GG's Destiny 2. Everyone go play Dark Souls instead. Michael Krause with the $2 Super Chat. Happy late birthday, Jesse. Hope you had a great day.
Thank you so much. I did, man. Spent it with my family.
Brendan with a $4.99. Happy belated birthday, Jesse. Hope you had a great day. I absolutely loved hot sauce. I put it on all my food. You're like my brother, Brendan.
Yeah, put this shit on your food. Let me know how you feel.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So bad.
Hellfire Kyle with a $5 Super Chat. 8 letters, 1 word. Aha, Hellfire. By midnight, I will be officially 29. Tomorrow's my birthday, and I dedicate my birthday to my uncle. Love you guys. Hellfire. Thank you for being here.
That's what's up. Put some of this on your food, Hellfire. There you go.
Demeter Bullion Doggy with a $7.99. Jay Dango from NY and Jesse. Jesse, you unleash the dog in you yet? Question mark. Answer that, then this. Who wins in a real fight, HBK or CM Punk in 2025? JD, bring back Campers Exposed.
It's 2026. You mean who would have won last year in a fight?
Guy wants me to bring back Campers Exposed for Call of Duty, bro.
I mean, what the fuck?
Jake Irby with a $19.99. The way fans do backflips to make sense of anything Tony does, no matter how terrible it is pathetic. We're going to get some loophole after Hangman's loss, booking for hype and attention with no actual payoff. Guaranteed. You may be right.
Welcome to pro wrestling in 2026, man.
Yeah. Look at this guy, Corporal Poon, 69 with 6 months in the VIP section. Half a year already, been following since 2021. Jericho in Guantanamo Bay. Brody King is the Iceman. Yeah. I guess he is. Viking Coal Miner with the $2 Super Chat. Max don't agree to death matches. Or Max don't agree to death match wins. Deal is void. Listen, that's a way out of it. Yeah, maybe.
So Max has to come up with a stipulation.
Yeah,
and I think Hangman already pre-agreed to whatever stipulation that Max comes up with. So Hangman wants a death match, but this is a good point. I didn't think about that. Hangman already asked for a death match, but then he said MJF gets to call the match. So what is the match going to be then?
I don't know.
Could be a death match.
Could be a submission match. Could be an Iron Man match. I don't know.
Then why did he tell us it's going to be a Texas death match?
That's what he wants.
But you know how it goes. Once you've already said it, then the fans are to assume that's what the match is going to be.
Well, I'm assuming it will be that. Yes.
But now MJF is pondering what he wants the match to be.
Well, then the fans are going to vote on it. Yeah.
Then the fans are going to vote on it.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what they said. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. All right.
Dog collar match, maybe, possibly. Could be. I wouldn't be surprised if MJF recommends a dog collar match. I mean, that was one of the best matches. That may be one of the best matches in AEW history. The one with Punk. So. Joker Face with a $4.99. JD, Eva Marie is going to be on an episode with Chris Van Vliet. Oh, God, could she be returning to WWE? Imagine she's the one in the box. LOL.
My God, Chris Van Vliet will interview anybody, won't he?
I guess the pickings are slim this month for CVV, huh? Jerry Delino with a $4.99. Knowing Sesame Street Levesque, if Danhausen goes to WWE, watch them pair him with R-Truth and give them a tag team title run. Truthhausen.
Oh, my God.
You know, bro, I'm going to have to dump you. You know?
Yeah, come on.
And Ed Burton with a $4.99. Finally catching one of these live. Well, you should be here more often, Ed. Appreciate you, bro. All right, Jesse, that's all we got. Any parting words before we get out of here and I fire up the Dark Horse?
Let's get out of here.
Jesse's got nothing else to add. Demeter Bullion with a 149. Angry face emoji. What did I say, Demeter Bullion doggy?
Oh, no.
Come on, man. Anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. Appreciate you all very much. Go check out the content on the channel, including today's Jericho video, which was very well done. You guys gave a lot of great feedback on that. Go check out Tuesday Night Titans last night with the Solid Monster, episode 135. Monday Night Raw on Monday. You guys know the deal. Friday, I will not be here live for SmackDown. Just a word of warning, no SmackDown live stream on Friday evening. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Thank you for the super chat love. And follow us on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the bell for all notifications. We'll be right back here next Wednesday with what we do best, and that is cover AEW. AEW Dynamite next week with Jesse and I. Same time, same place, same channel. We'll see you guys next week. Again, Friday, no SmackDown stream. And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with more news right here on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.